Can you solve all these archaeology questions? A stone coffin.
Correct. Sarcophagus is the right answer. Events in order. You got it. Your choice chronology is right. Study of humankind. Sharp thinking. Anthropology is the right choice. The study of the past. Well picked. History is the correct answer. What is archaeology? Right again. Study of human behaviors is a valid answer. The written events of the past. Exactly. History makes sense. Which is the correct spelling? Nice selection. Archaeology is the correct and valid answer. Dash is the study of the past. Good job. History works well here. Study of cultures and artifacts. Right choice. Archaeology is the best answer. Archaeology is the subfield of. Smart pick. Anthropology is the correct choice. The study of past human remains. Great job. Artifact is the accurate answer. The study of the past is called. Valid point. History is true. With great care and thoroughness. Well done. Painstakingly is the right choice. The study of the Earth's surface. Solid response. Geography is a valid choice. Time before writing was invented. Good thinking. Prehistory is the right answer. Archaeology is the study of dash. Great thinking. Human activities and culture is the right choice. Digging and searching for remains. Clear logic. Your choice excavation is sound. Object made by someone in the past. Nice work. You chose archaeology and it is correct. The word archaeology comes from. Correct response. Those are T-shirts is the most accurate answer. The study of objects from the past. Excellent choice. Archaeology is the right answer. An object made by people long ago dash. Smart move. Artifact is an accurate answer. A store of valuable or delightful things. Bravo. Trove is the answer. How many types of archaeology are there? You chose 6, and it is correct. What is the significance of archaeology? On track. To preserve cultural heritage is the correct answer. Dash the science and history of the earth. Well reasoned. Geology is the correct choice. Who is the father of modern archaeology? Perfect. Sir Flinders Petrie is the correct choice. Complex society with cities and government. You're right. Civilization is the correct answer. What is the study of fossil remains called? Strong choice. Paleontology is the right answer. Which of the following studies archaeology? Nicely done. Archaeologist is a solid answer. Who is considered the father of archaeology? Excellent. William Flinders Petrie is a brilliant choice. What is a person who does archaeology called? You chose archaeologist, and it is correct.
The process of digging up remains of the past.
On track. Excavation is the correct answer. What century did archaeology become the norm? Smart pick. 19th century is the correct choice.
What is the study of human development called?
Well picked. Anthropology is the correct answer. A scientific investigator of facts or evidence.
Good thinking. Forensic scientist is the right answer.
Scientists who study archaeology are called dash. Excellent choice. Archaeologists is the right answer.
The gradual wearing away of the Earth's surface.
Sharp thinking. Erosion is the right choice.
Archaeology is one of fields of anthropology.
Nice work. You chose A4, and it is correct.
Archaeology is the study of the past by examining.
Valid point. Artifacts is true.
A very hard, fine-grained quartz that flakes easily.
Well done. Flint is the right choice.
What are the ethical considerations in archaeology?
Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer. The time period before writing is referred to as dash. Great thinking. Prehistory is the right choice. One who carefully uncovers evidence from the past, dash. Bravo. Archaeologist is the answer. The long period of time before people invented writing.
Good job. Prehistory works well here.
The study of ancient people and their culture is called.
Solid response. Archaeology is a valid choice.
Study of ancient people and the things they left behind. Correct. Archaeology is the right answer. The science of Dasha studies past human life and culture. Excellent. Archaeology is a brilliant choice. Archaeology can be defined as studying artifacts in dash.
Correct response. Context is the most accurate answer.
Moving Earth carefully from one place to another is dash. Nice selection. Excavation is the correct and valid answer. The remains or imprints of once living plants or animals. Right choice. Fossils is the best answer. The study of the material remains of past peoples is dash. Great job. Archaeology is the accurate answer. Studying early machines such old factories or old trains. Clear logic. Your choice industrial archaeology is sound. The period before the invention of writing in about 3500 BC. Exactly. Prehistory makes sense. Studying of the remains from the different layers of Earth. You're right. Stratigraphy is the correct answer. Artifacts found on sunken ships or towns that are flooded. You got it. Your choice underwater archaeology is right,
which is the study of the human past using material remains.
Nicely done. Archaeology is a solid answer. A place in which evidence from the past has been discovered. Perfect. Site is the correct choice. The study of things that people made, used, and left behind. Right again. Archaeology is a valid answer. Classical archaeology refers to the study of which cultures?
Strong choice. Roman, Greek is the right answer.
The study of past human life as revealed by preserved relics.
Well reasoned. Archaeology is the correct choice.
Dash is one of the most important principles in archaeology. Good thinking? The law of superposition is the right answer. The science that deals with people and things of the past is. Right again. Archaeology is a valid answer. The word archaeology comes from the Greek word meaning what? Nice selection. Ancient is the correct and valid answer. Studying written records, official reports, government papers. Correct. Historical archaeology is the right answer.
Which are the chronological limits of the archaeology inquiry? Solid response. Any society is a valid choice. Studying the tools and weapons that past people used to survive.
Well picked. Economic archaeology is the correct answer. The study of the past based on what people left behind is called. Nice work. You chose archaeology and it is correct. Dash is a word that means a way of life for a group of people.
You're right. Culture is the correct answer.
Archaeology is important because it helps us understand our dash.
Valid point.
Past is true. Fossils, artifacts, excavations are all part of the study of dash.
Bravo, archaeology is the answer.
The process of counting tree rings to determine the age of a tree. Great thinking. Dendrochronology is the right choice. The beliefs, behavior, customs, and attitudes of a group of people.
Exactly. Culture makes sense. This word means the study of ancient things. Its root means ancient.
You chose archaeology, and it is correct. What is the recovery and study of artifacts, ruins, pottery, and tools?
You got it. Your choice, archaeology, is right.
Archaeology helps us to appreciate and dash our shared human heritage. Excellent choice. Preserve is the right answer. Saving an archaeology site that will be flooded by a hydroelectric dam. Well reasoned. Rescue archaeology is the correct choice. Which of the following are not methods used to find sites for excavation? Good job. Dendrochronology works well here. The study of humankind in all aspects, especially development and culture. Smart pick. Anthropology is the correct choice of determining an age on a specified chronology in archaeology and geology. Great job. Absolute dating is the accurate answer, a term that encompasses all scientific pursuits related to living organisms.
Perfect. Life science is the correct choice.
The study of the past through the discovery of artifacts and physical remains.
On track. Archaeology is the correct answer.
The study of Earth's history, as revealed in the rocks that make up the Earth. Nicely done. Geology is a solid answer. What is the study of past human life through objects people have left behind? Right choice. Archaeology is the best answer.
Which is not the name of famous city ruins that were an archaeology discovery?
Excellent. Rosetta Stone is a brilliant choice.
Dash is the science of studying past cultures through objects they left behind. Well done. Archaeology is the right choice.
A spot where there is an ongoing process of digging up the remains of the past. Sharp thinking. Excavation is the right choice.
The study of the ways of past cultures through the objects they left behind. Dash. Strong choice. Archaeology is the right answer. The study of important events from the past that were written down is called dash. 1.
Correct response. History is the most accurate answer. What approach does not rely on the scientific method, but uses induction instead?
Smart move. Cultural historical approach is an accurate answer.
Which of the following processes of archaeology is the first step in the process?
Clear logic. Your choice hypothesis creation is sound.
Determining the size and scale of a society by its settlement patterns is called. Right choice. Settlement archaeology is the best answer.
The study of the relationship between physical features, climate, and people. Dash.
Correct. Geography is the right answer.
The behavior and beliefs of a group of people. This is the definition of what word?
Good job. Culture works well here. Which of the following would be the best title for someone who studies archaeology? Correct response. Archaeologist is the most accurate answer. Archaeology is the study of human behavior through the recovery and analysis of dash. Right again. Artifacts is a valid answer. What is it called when weapons are formed by striking two stones against each other?
Bravo. Percussion is the answer.
Object made by humans. Generally, the term is used for objects that are from the past. Solid response. Artifact is a valid choice.
The recovery and study of artifacts, bones, and ruins remaining from the past.
Well done. Archaeology is the right choice.
Information from the past that you get from talking to people about their experiences.
Excellent. Oral history is a brilliant choice. Dash is the study of artifacts left by early people in order to learn about their culture. Excellent choice. Archaeology is the right answer. Which method of site selection is employed when artifacts are in danger of being destroyed?
Smart pick. Rescue archaeology is the correct choice.
The recovery and analysis of evidence from the past are most important in the study of dash. On track. Archaeology is the correct answer.
The study of human activity through the recovery and analysis of material culture is called. Good thinking. Archaeology is the right answer. The study of past cultures through material left behind. This is the definition of what word? Sharp thinking. Archaeology is the right choice. The study of human behavior and culture through the recovery and analysis of artifacts is dash.
Nice selection. Archaeology is the correct and valid answer.
It studies the materials, remains of humans, best known for the study of prehistoric cultures.
Nicely done. Archaeology is a solid answer.
In reference to archaeology, it is the analysis and position of layers of archaeological remains.
Well reasoned. Stratigraphy is the correct choice.
The scientific study of ancient cultures through the examination of artifacts and other evidence.
You're right. Archaeology is the correct answer.
Archaeology has entered a new age because we are using dash to study the ground from very high above.
Great job. All of these is the accurate answer.
What do we call human-made objects that hold a cultural or historical significance that we can learn from?
Valid point. Artifacts is true.
Which vocabulary word matches this definition? Equal to human-made item of historical interest, like a tool or weapon.
You got it? Your choice artifact is right.
The study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of artifacts and structures is known as dash.
Clear logic. Your choice archaeology is sound.
The study of the physical features of the surface of the Earth and their relation to its geological structures.
Strong choice. Geomorphology is the right answer.
A scientist who studies archaeology is called what?
Smart move. Archaeologist is an accurate answer.
The study of how humans developed over time and their cultures.
Well picked. Anthropology is the correct answer.
Archaeology is important because it helps us understand our dash.
Nice work. You chose past, and it is correct.
The study of peoples and cultures before there was written language.
Perfect. Prehistoric archaeology is the correct choice.
Before a semester in Venice, what was Juter child's major in college?
Great thinking. Archaeology is the right choice. The study of artifacts to understand past cultures and history is called.
Exactly. Archaeology makes sense. A site where there is an ongoing process of digging up the remains of the past.
You chose excavation, and it is correct.
These steps 1, question 2, research 3, hypothesis 4, experiment 5, data 6, conclusion.
Well done. Scientific method is the right choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Excellent. Contact Narayan Changder is a brilliant choice.